Today our topic is how to deal with rejection like a Stoic. Rejection is something everyone faces in life. It happens in relationships, jobs, friendships, even small daily situations. It can hurt, make us feel small, or even make us doubt ourselves. But what if I told you that rejection doesn't have to break you? What if you could learn to handle it with calmness, strength, and even grow from it? This is where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can help. Stoicism teaches us how to face life's challenges, including rejection, with wisdom and resilience. Let's dive into how you can deal with rejection like a Stoic. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism is a philosophy that started in ancient Greece and was later practiced by Romans like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. The main idea of Stoicism is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Stoics believe that our emotions, like sadness or anger, come from our thoughts and judgments about what happens, not from the events themselves. This means that if we change how we think about rejection, we can change how it affects us. Now, let's apply this to rejection. When someone rejects you, it's natural to feel hurt. But Stoicism asks us to pause and think, why does this hurt so much? Is it because we expected a different outcome? Is it because we tied our self-worth to the approval of others? Stoics would say that rejection hurts because we are focusing on things outside our control. For example, you cannot control whether someone likes you, whether you get the job, or whether your ideas are accepted. What you can control is how you prepare, how you present yourself, and how you react when things don't go your way. By focusing on what you can control, you take back your power. One of the key Stoic practices is to separate what is in your control from what is not. This is called the dichotomy of control. When you face rejection, ask yourself, was this result within my control? If not, then there's no reason to feel defeated. If you did your best and it still didn't work out, that's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a part of life. Stoics remind us that life is unpredictable, and we must accept that not everything will go as planned. This doesn't mean you should stop trying. It means you should try without attaching your happiness to the outcome. Another Stoic idea that helps with rejection is understanding the nature of impermanence. Everything in life changes. Relationships end, opportunities pass, and people come and go. Stoics believe that by accepting this truth, we can reduce our suffering. When you face rejection, remind yourself that this moment is temporary. The pain you feel will not last forever. This perspective can help you stay grounded and avoid overreacting. It also helps you appreciate the good moments more, because you know they won't last either. Stoicism also teaches us to reframe rejection as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing rejection as a failure, see it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Maybe you need to improve a skill, adjust your approach, or simply realize that this path isn't right for you. Stoics believe that challenges are opportunities to become stronger and wiser. By embracing rejection as a teacher, you can turn a negative experience into a positive one. Let's talk about self-worth. One of the reasons rejection hurts so much is because we often tie our value to external validation. We think, if this person doesn't like me, I must be unworthy. Stoics would argue that this is a mistake. Your worth is not determined by others' opinions. It comes from within. You are valuable simply because you exist. When you internalize this belief, rejection becomes less painful. You can say to yourself, their opinion doesn't define me. I know who I am, and I am enough. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for rejection in advance. This might sound strange, but Stoics believe in premeditating adversity. They call this premeditatio malorum, which means thinking about the worst-case scenarios before they happen. For example, if you're going to a job interview, Imagine not getting the job. Think about how you would handle it. By doing this, you reduce the shock and pain if it actually happens. You also realize that you can survive it. This practice doesn't mean you should expect the worst all the time. It means you should be mentally prepared for anything, so you're not caught off guard. Stoics also emphasize gratitude as a way to deal with rejection. When something doesn't go your way, focus on what you still have. Maybe you didn't get the promotion, but you still have a job. Maybe someone rejected you, but you still have friends and family who care about you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It helps you see that rejection is just one small part of your life, not the whole picture. Another important Stoic lesson is to avoid taking rejection personally. Often, rejection has more to do with the other person than with you. Maybe they have their own insecurities, biases, or limitations. Maybe they're not ready for what you're offering. Stoics remind us that we can't control how others think or act. What we can control is how we interpret their actions. Instead of thinking, they rejected me because I'm not good enough, think they made a choice based on their own perspective, and that's okay. Patience is another virtue Stoics value when dealing with rejection. Sometimes things don't work out because the timing isn't right. Maybe you're not ready, or maybe the other person isn't ready. Stoics believe that everything happens in its own time. Instead of rushing or forcing things, trust the process. Use the time to grow, learn, and prepare for when the right opportunity comes along. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own character. At the end of the day, what matters most is not what others think of you, but who you are as a person. Are you kind, honest, and resilient? Are you doing your best, even when things don't go your way? These are the qualities that define you, not the opinions of others. When you focus on being the best version of yourself, rejection becomes less important. You realize that your worth comes from within, not from external validation. In conclusion, dealing with rejection like a Stoic means shifting your perspective. It means understanding what you can and cannot control, reframing rejection as an opportunity for growth, and focusing on your own character. It means practicing gratitude, patience, and self-compassion. Rejection is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define you. By embracing Stoic principles, you can face rejection with calmness, strength, and resilience. Remember, you are not what happens to you. You are how you respond. And with Stoicism as your guide, you can respond to rejection in a way that makes you stronger, wiser, and more at peace with yourself.